Hi everybody and welcome to this Master free-to-play ball playthrough for the Winter Festival 9-hole cup here on the channel. Make sure you hit thumbs up and subscribe as well. Now, not everybody wants to be hitting premium balls all the time, so this is a general walkthrough, random wind directions, playing only free-to-play balls for a full 9 of the Shiruba Springs. These are taken from previous tournaments. Some of the wind angles may be similar to the ones that you're going to get for this 9-hole cup, so please check back when the tournament has started as well, because you will need to tweak and adapt occasionally, but there should be some approaches which you will be able to use if you want to go free to play. Timestamps in the video description down below. If you're playing expert, check the channel as well. There will be an expert guide up on Thursday morning. Good luck. Here we go. Par 4 now, red ring touching the rough at P3 max with a quarterback 9 or 10. Then we switch to APOC bag and we add spin. 5.8 top spin, 1 right spin. The adjustment here is going to be max plus 5. Max plus 5. Bit of a narrow line on the drive here. And again, not the friendliest of wind angles, but we do the best we can. Making our adjustment here takes us to around plus 5 yards with APOC 5 plus, going to be plus 11 in the region of with APOC 4. So your needle's going to be a bit shakier, going without a wall curl to the right, and you want to try and hit perfect here. Slowish needle with APOC 5. Again though, just take your time, take a practice or two, investigate some other options if you don't want to push it this far, but you're still going to have a job reaching the green. Even if you wanted to lay up kind of nearer the tee, you're going to have your wood club on really for this one. Second shot, white ring fringe check plus 9. We're going to play mid distance minus 10 power 2. 1 backspin, 1 left spin. Then we try and find this position. There's no plus yards to check here, so look at the ball guide. You can see about 4 or 5 green squares through the hole, and it just curves around to the right. Once you've found that position, we re-spin, and you go with the same backspin, so 1 backspin, but you're adding left spin, so you're now going to go with 1.5 left spin. This does need a little bit of a tweak, and in fact the adjustment on the notepad is the tweaked version based on my miss here. So plus 9 for the white fringe check, I go mid-distance, minus 10, power 2, settings. This one just unfortunately misses, but like I said, very tough wind angle here for a kingmaker, but it will give you a chance at the eagle following a successful drive. Simple one-on-one adjustment here. We're going to add spin first, and it's going to be 5.2 backspin, and it's going to be 1.5 right spin. Then we find our position, red ring touching the rough line, and the blue ring you'll see will just overlap those 2 points of snow there that just stick out. So make sure you've got the ring references correct. Second bounce on the border of those green square columns. So a few things to check there. 1-to-1 here, so 11 miles per hour in wind, going to adjust 11 rings. Of course, it's always good to put some wind angle tweaks in. You're never going to get the same wind angle twice in a row. There is always some deviation with that, but it should be a nice and safe setup and will guarantee you a birdie with a decent execution here, and you may even get the hole in one as well, which is what I do here. So 1-on-1, 11 in wind, 11 rings, simple as that. Catches the fairway nicely, and we're dropping it right at pin. This looks like an easy wind angle here, but it isn't for the second shot. NMT with a power 3 ball, then switch to a berserker. Adding spin, 4 top spin, 2 left spin. And you might think that this is going to be a waste of a power 5 ball, but you'll see why on the second shot. In the end, I increased to 4.2 top spin here. Strongly advised to practice this one. I played a few aggressive shots on the left with a good amount of right curl. Sometimes you get a glitch roll down there, sometimes you don't. And I didn't want to present something that was really inconsistent. So see how you go with this one. If it isn't for you, of course, take a token or two, investigate a couple of other options. But again, like the front 9, this is going to be very tough to get the eagle with a free-to-play ball. Max plus 5, power 5 settings. I'm great right proofing it here with half wall left curl. You can tweak it if you want to, it bounces very nicely. Sometimes you may get a glitch roll here, but great right proofing it with that little bit of left curl should prevent the ball going into the rough if you get the glitch roll. Second shot, go with as much topspin as you can here with one right spin. We're going to aim deliberately at P5 max extension with the ball guide pointing towards the right side of the fairway because the wind is going to push us dramatically to the left. Max plus 10, power 5 settings. This is unfortunately going to be pretty much a full needle max OP shaky needle job, so do what you can, try and get a perfect ball away, but again very tough with free to play. Full overpower, no curl, hit perfect if you can. I know it's easier said than done up in master though, especially when you're at full distance of your club. Bouncing nicely there, again you could great proof it if you want to, but try and get the ball down there with a perfect. You're going to set up a tricky end bringer and it's still not going to be easy. The more topspin you have, the better. There you go, that's the position. This one is going to be 111% on the slider. Measure it as best you can with the time you have available. The adjustment here I made in the video, I overestimated it, so I just sneaked this one in on the right. I estimated it at 114, but I went back afterwards, got the ruler out, measured it properly. It was actually 111%, which is why I just missed it right edge. And try and be as accurate as you can, because even if you're a few percent off, when there's so many rings involved, it can make the difference. Like I said, not everybody is going to eagle this one. There's going to be a lot of birdies, so do what you can. 5% elevation, power 2 numbers, no spin, end bringer school. Tutorial on that method on the Academy tutorial homepage if you don't know about it. We've got a hole in one here. We're going to find our position first with the sniper, and we're looking at the plus yards. It's going to be at the top of plus 5 with sniper level 10, at the top of plus 7 if you've got sniper level 9. So then we're finding our position with the blue ring touching the bunker. I like that side-on view. You can set up very accurately then. 5 backspin, half a bar of left spin is what you need on this one. 5 backspin, half a bar of left spin. Then we adjust max plus 15, power 3. Important not to have any 1201 here, because otherwise you may land up too high, and in extreme wind cases you may land in the bunker. So take care of your pull angle and your setup point here. Very crucial to replicate all the details. So max plus 15, power 3. You will need wind angle tweaks on this one. If you have more crosswind angle, I would suggest you go with 1 or 2 clicks of OP and 1 or 2 clicks of right curl. I have dropped in other wind angles as well, but there's a good starting point. On the drive here, we're going to need the APOC and a Kingmaker. Second shot is going to be with the Grizzly. Red ring touching the rough on the right at the top of plus 10 with APOC 5 and 6. Then we're going with 5.5 top spin and 3 right spin. APOC 4 will have different ring references. You will set up at P3 max. APOC 7 and 8 also at plus 10, but with different ring references because you have more accuracy. Max plus 10, power 3 is the adjustment. No push-up needed at all, but we are going to play with some curl. 0.8 ball curl to the right. So look at the left edge of the Kingmaker touching the inside wall of the adjustment ring, and just before the circle drops is your overpower reference. We're going to need to write down our drive distance here. You may get a glitch roll to around 390, 395, but I've still dropped the second shot with a longer drive. In this case, 378 yards is going to be 75% slider, minus 5 elevation, power 2 settings. We're going to need 3 top spin with a drive of this distance, set up with the yellow ring touching the rough line and the ball guide going to the pin. If you have a longer drive, you will need a bit more top spin. So for a drive of 395, I've dropped the shot here with 3.5 top spin instead. So just be prepared to vary the top spin to replicate the position of the rings here to get the ball guide to the pin. So 378, going to be 75 slider, -5 elevation, power 2 settings, and it's 2% slider per yard. So if you go to 380, you'd be nearer, so you would only need 71% slider, and so on. Replicate the adjustment method I'm using here, same with the rest of the shots in this playthrough. If I'm pulling over the bullseye, you need to do the same as well. Perfect ball is going to have a good chance for a drop here, and this is what we do exactly here, falling nicely for the eagle. I'm going to lay up with the rock here, and I'm playing with 3 top spin and 1 right spin. We're going to find our position with the blue ring touching the rough at +6 with rock level 8, +5 with rock level 9. Ball guide just pointing to the right of the lamppost up ahead down the middle of that fairway. The reason I'm laying up here is because you have to go really full beans OP with a kingmaker and the APOC to play a curl shot on the other fairway as we did before, and it is not great safe. This one I believe will give you a decent chance, but it is a bit of a technical shot on the second shot here, so take a token or two if you can, please. Max +5 on the adjustment here. Try and get a nice straight pull. These are kind of quite detailed setups, but in my opinion, for free to play, the reason I'm going with this, I want to give you a decent chance for a safe eagle without spending anything more than a kingmaker. Of course, if you want to go more aggressive, try a different ball. Outer wall curl to the right, perfect ball away, and we're just going to play a really safe layup here with the rock for the ball guide and accuracy. And we're approaching the edge of the rough, not threatening it though with all of my attempts. I've been very consistent to around 340 yards. Second shot, we're going to add spin first, and here it's all about looking at the second bounce. So I'm just tweaking the amount of spin that I'm using. I'm always going to use 3 left spin. You can see here I settle at 4.8 top spin. You might need to vary it depending on your drive distance, but I want the red ring touching the rough on the left, the second bounce just by the edge of the snow. Take good, careful notes here of the position. If you put too much topspin on or accidentally apply too much OP, you will miss the rough. So it's all about getting the feel right for this one. Max +0. And again, we've got to have the cataclysm or the big dog here. Max +0, then we are going to play with some curl to the left, 1 ball, and then just before the circle drops. Make sure you do not exceed that, otherwise you risk, like I said, you risk missing the rough. Perfect ball away. We're not anywhere near taking paint off the lamppost. Bounces very nicely, catches the rough and rolls out and leave you a very simple end bringer shot, standard elevation. Another stinker of a wind angle here. You can play to the left hand side, very difficult for free to play. So I'm going to show you a safe layup with the rock. 2 backspin, 3 right spin, blue ring touching the rough, and it's going to be at the top of +9 with the rock level 8, top of +8 with the rock level 9. Ball guide as shown, you'll see it's just pointing to the left of the bush and the rocks. Then the adjustment is max +20 here, max +20. We're setting up for the rough bump. It is going to be with a sniper, I'm afraid, so it's difficult to hit perfect. But like I said, for free to play, the emphasis is going to be on a risk-free drive. Playing out to the left would probably need a higher power ball, especially with APOC 4, and it would be max OP with a full needle. So that's why I'm suggesting this route. Of course, there are many routes you can investigate. You don't have to go with this. It's only a suggestion. Max +20, and we're bouncing over very comfortably. Uphill slope there, checks the ball nicely. Drive distance, around 300 yards. Second shot, perform a top white ring pin check, TWPC, on the notepad. So where the top of the white ring touches the pin, +6 with sniper 10 would have been +8 with sniper level 9. Then we're having the red ring going along the rough line and adding spin so that your ball guide is going to be offset as shown. You need a little bit of top spin and a bit of right spin. You can see here the ball guide is going past the hole and it's passing the right edge of the cup as well. Pause the video, make some detailed notes. For a +6 top white ring pin check with a sniper 10, you're going to go exactly mid distance. So that's 50% slider, 30% elevation. Like I said, always tricky to hit perfect with the wood club second shot up in master. Do the best you can. Single grates will be safe here, though we're setting up in the middle of the rough. So this is, in my opinion, with a decent setup, a very, very safe shot. Perfect ball away catches the rough very nicely, and we're getting this one in. Just sneaking it in for the eagle. Make sure you got the sniper in the bag for this one. We're setting up at the minimum distance line with a power 3 ball and the quarterback. Blue ring touching the rough on the left. Adding spin, and it's going to be, just having a look here closely, 3.4 back spin, 1.5 left spin, ball guide as shown. Then we're going to adjust this one, minimum distance, 30% elevation, power 3 settings, of course, because I'm using a kingmaker. Make sure you've got the power 3 ball on for your minimum distance line, otherwise you can be setting up in the wrong point. Good chance for a hole in one here, especially if you're going to add some wind angle tweaks. And this is great safe either side in my experience. I hit a great left, I hit a great right, minor ones. They were both fine. So worst case scenario here with an accurate setup, you're going to have a safe birdie. This is another nasty wind angle, but you're going to have a safe birdie with a kingmaker and a good chance of a hole in one, I reckon, as well. This is the middle wind angle as well, so tweak from there. Perfect ball away, bounces centre fairway onto the green and rolls straight at the pin. Finally, hole 18, we are going to add spin first. 5.8 top spin, 1 bar side spin to the right. Going with a kingmaker here, we can't go cheap on this one due to the second shot. Going to be headwind, unfortunately, because we turn a corner. Top of +10 with APOC 5 and above, aim as shown, ball guide pointing to the right edge of the rocks up ahead, between the rocks and the lamppost, of course. P3 max if you've got APOC level 4. Adjustment, max +10, power 3. Max +10, power 3. Got to have your Cataclysm or your Big Dog packed on this one, so make sure you've got the right clubs selected. Making our adjustment here, no need to push up, and we're going to take our shot. I go with just before the circle drops as overpower, and then I pull out to the right, outer wall curl to the right. Perfect ball away, bouncing comfortably before the rough. Second bounce nicely over the fairway and rolls nicely down the middle. Drive distance here going to be around 395. Second shot, add your spin. Going with 6 top spin, 3 right spin. In the end I go with 6.2. You will be fine with 6. You could put 6.5 on if you want. Just going to get safely to the fringe. We don't want to push it ridiculously hard in case of any glitch rolls with too much top spin. But you can see the red ring touching the rough. They're comfortably away from the rough. Second bounce comfortably over the rough as well. So pause the video, set up in the same point, max +10 because this is, max +0, apologies, max +0. Playing max distance numbers because of the headwind. Plenty of room to adjust. We're only just going into +2 here. And then a little bit of right curl, about 3/4 ball, just before the circle drops. In fact, there you go. You can see I'm just finding the point and I go at circle drop overpower. I thought I went back 1 click, but I leave it where it is. Maybe gets me another 2 yards on the shot, but then that will leave a mid-distance end bringer normal 20% elevation for the eagle. Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots. Free guides are posted as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.